Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a book haul and I have a lot of books to show you, so this video might be slightly long, and without further ado, let's just get into the video. I have a lot of books, so some of these I'm going to go over really quickly, and some of these I will try and explain what they're about. A couple of them I'm just going to kind of show you, and you can kind of look it up if you want to know what it's about, because I have a lot of books here. So we have Goodnight from London. I found this at the Dollar Tree. This is like a World War II era book. I'm not really, it's like romance, so not really sure 100% what it's about, but it sounded interesting. If you think this sounds interesting, you can look this up and see what it's about for yourself. The next book is Ask Again Yes. This looked interesting. I got this from Book of the Month. If I've seen this around the internet too, so you probably have already read this or already know what this book is. So if you don't know, you can look this up. The next book is Early Riser by Jasper Fforde. This looked really interesting. It's also from Book of the Month. The next book is Recursion by Blake Crouch. This looked really interesting, and so I picked this. It is also from Book of the Month. The next book, yes, you can guess it, it's also from Book of the Month, is The Golden Hour by Beatrice Williams. Don't know if I said that right. I probably butchered the name, sorry. But this one also looked very interesting, and I probably won't get to these Book of the Month books for a while because there's a lot of other books that I really want to read. Probably more than these, but these look really interesting and I can't wait to get to them. The next book I have is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I got this because I wanted to reread it. Yes, I already read like 3 of these books and I did not enjoy them, but I wanted to read this again and get into the series because there's like a lot of books that are in this series and connect to this series, and I just really want to get into it. So I read most of this. I haven't finished it yet. I will finish it sometime soon and hopefully read some of the other ones, but so far it's not horrible, but I'm not in love with it yet either. I have some big books. This one is kind of, this isn't really like a novel, but I love mythical beasts and fantasy and things like that, and my favorite mythical beasts are dragons, and so I had to pick this book up because I saw it and I was like, yes, I need to read this. So I haven't gotten into this yet, but I'm really excited. The next book I have is quite heavy. Is Jane Austen. This has like 4 different novels, I believe. No, this has more than 4. This has like 6. This has, excuse me, Sense and Sensibility, Persuasion, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Mansfield Park, and Northanger Abbey. This has like most of the Jane Austen books are in here, and this is ginormous. It's really cool, and I want to read most of her books someday, so this is just really cool to have. The next book I have is It by Stephen King. I saw this and I was like, well, I should just buy it because I kind of want to read it someday, and it's ginormous. I started reading it and I was like, I shouldn't start reading this right now. It's too big and I have too many other books I really want to read right now, so I'll definitely continue reading this sometime when I have the time, and I don't have 1,000 other books that I really want to read before I would rather read this. So if you don't know what it is, this is a horror book. I've also never read a horror book before. The next book I have is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. This is like another kind of fantasy fiction-esque book. I got this because me and some of my cousins wanted to start a book club and we were going to read this. Don't know if that's going to happen, but yeah, I have this book. Next book I have is Miss Peregrine's Home for Precarious Children. This book looks pretty good. If you don't know what this is, look it up. It seems like it's a really popular book series, and I can't wait to read it sometime. Next recent book that I have is Crimes of Grindelwald, the screenplay. I haven't actually read this one yet, but I read the one for Fantastic Beasts, and I enjoyed it. I love the movies, think they're really good, and so I can't wait to delve into this. The next book I have is The Unbound This is the second book in the Archive series. I read the Archive and I really enjoyed it, and I was looking everywhere for this book until I finally found it used at a bookstore, so I was like, finally! But yes, I can't wait to get into this. I'll have to read this one really soon. The next book I have is Mockingjay from the Hunger Games series. I got this in hardcover because I had it in paperback, but I found this used and it's like in perfect condition and it's hardcover, and I'm trying to collect all of these in hardcover because I have Catching Fire in hardcover, so I was like, I just want to collect all of these in hardcover because I like to collect books that I really like in hardcover. The book I have is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I got this in hardcover thinking this was the same size as my other Harry Potter hardcover books. It is not. It is smaller, and I'm going to have to buy another version that's bigger because this one will not work for what I need it for, because first off, I lost my other third book. Don't know what happened to it. Second off, I get the Accio box that has all the different alternate versions of Harry Potter covers. They're like spell books from the Hogwarts Library, and they cover a certain books in the hardcovers editions, and it's not this one, and it won't cover this, and so it's too big for this, and so I need to get the right version so I can have the Hogwarts Library. Next two books are from the same series, Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. They're in the same series as The Shadow and Bone. This is all a trilogy, so like I said, I haven't read these yet, but I can't wait to get into these. They look really good. This next book I have is King of Scars, also by Leigh Bardugo. This is the latest book she has come out with, and I cannot wait to get to this. Do you see this cover? It is beautiful. And you think that this cover is nice and pretty, but wait till you take the cover off, and then you'll understand how even more awesome that is. Look at that. That's beautiful. And I can't wait to read these books. I'm hoping they're going to be really good, and this is another Leigh Bardugo book. I'm excited. Next book I have is Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. I'm not 100% sure what this is about, but I did read this thing and it looked interesting. I just don't have a brain. This looks really good, and I found this at a used place for pretty cheap, and it's freaking hardcover and it's really nice. It's not like distorted or anything, so I was pretty happy about that because obviously J.K. Rowling's my favorite author, so I was pretty excited about this one. Then we have Again But Better by Christine Riccio, fellow booktuber. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive signed edition. It's got some annotated chapters in the back, and it's signed by Christine. I read this book and it was amazing. I'm not huge on contemporary books. I do like some, but this one was definitely one of my favorites. Like, I really enjoyed this. The book I have is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. I found this at my Dollar Tree, and this is the book that I'm currently reading, and I really like it. I really like Lauren Graham. She's really good. If you don't know who Lauren Graham is, she is the main character in Gilmore Girls. She is Lorelai Gilmore, and she's a really good writer. So if you like Gilmore Girls, I would highly suggest you pick this up because I am enjoying it so far. This next book I have is The Evil Queen by Gina Showalter. This one I found and thought it looked really, really good. This next book I got today, it is Cinder by Marissa Mayer. This looks really good. I've had this on my book list for a while, and I just decided to pick it up because I was at Barnes & Noble, and I was just like, why not? So now I have this. Next book I have is Inheritance by Christopher Paolini. I got this in hardcover because I have it in paperback, but I wanted to get them all in hardcover because I have Brissinger in hardcover, and I was like, I like hardcover books, and it's really cool to have my favorite books in hardcover, and so I got this one in hardcover, and I went to an event today with it was Christopher Paolini, and he's doing a book tour for The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, and I got this book signed. I also picked up Eragon in hardcover. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It has an author's note, deleted scene, and more. There is pictures in here of that Christopher Paolini drew and stuff. Also, there is a colored map. Usually the map in Eragon is black and white. Also, he signed my name and his signature. So, quick note on this book. If you open the cover, it has an engraving of Brahms' symbol right there. That is Brahms' ring. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That is it for this video. If you would like to see more videos, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking down here. And if you want to give me your opinions on these books, you can comment down below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And I'll be back next time with another video. Bye!